Welcome back, everybody. Episode 3, Day 3, DC Legends new account. Hopefully everybody is doing good so far and hopefully enjoying DC Legends. I'm certainly having a lot more fun than I thought I would. Starting the game off again, getting all of these characters again, unlocking all of these characters again. It's certainly a lot of fun when you know what to do in the beginning. When I first started this game, I had absolutely no idea what I was doing, and I kind of made a lot of mistakes. But since I already know what to do, it's certainly a lot of fun. Hopefully these videos are helping you out. And if this is the first time seeing this series, this is a video series where I do start from the very beginning, a new account, do all the tutorials, go through all the game modes, give you all my tips, hints, tricks, whatever it is I think that is at least relevant. And if there's anything that you think is missing, let me know in the comments because, yeah, I would certainly like to be able to cover everything. I do not remember what it was like as a new player because it was so long ago. Today is going to be farming day. We just hit 200 free energy. We just hit 75 free energy, and we got some speed force. Before I used to say, hey, save your speed force, but today might be the day to use them because I think I have well over 300 energy right now. So today is definitely the day to be grinding. Look at that, 383 energy. And a quick recap from episode 1 and episode 2. The things that hopefully you've been doing the past couple days is using all of this energy to farm in campaign. Hopefully you at least attempted the red alerts and did as much PvP as possible. Completed, of course, all of your initial normal, regular daily missions. The legendary ones, like I said, it's a little bit more grinding. And then you at least tried your upgrade event. Now, where are we? Well, we are, what does that say, level 26 or something like that. We've unlocked 2 new characters. Since yesterday, since the last video, I have cleared my board in the PvP arena twice. So we're able to unlock my dude Stripe, which is cool, man. It's so much fun getting these new characters again. You know, I don't know, unlock, I don't know why. I mean, I have all of these pretty much, but it's, I don't know, it's just exciting doing it for the first time. Step aside, kids, it's time for the big guns, that's right. My dude Stripe, that is awesome, and he is the PvP arena reward for clearing your board. We did do it twice, 7 fragments apiece. And then yesterday's red alerts, the 25 fragment reward for clearing all of the red alerts was Siren. So now we can unlock Siren not only at 1 star, but 2 star, which is absolutely fantastic. I love Siren. You trust me to help, don't you, Surface Dweller? Wait, you trust me to help, don't you, Surface Dweller? I don't know what it is about me reading. I just have problems apparently, but I really do like Siren. She's definitely awesome. I really need blue characters, as you can tell by my roster. We don't have any blue characters. All we have is just 1, and that is it. So I guess an update to the roster, right? We got Power Girl by completing the red alerts on day 1, and then we unlocked Siren, which we're going to be able to 2 star for day 2. Not to mention the other fragments that we've been getting, like Huntress and Dr. Fate and Bane, all of the Superman ones. Now, another thing that I really want you to notice is that even though I am level 26, you see, even from the video from yesterday, I'm still level 15 as far as my character goes. There is no rush to upgrade 1 character or 2 characters or 3 characters to your max level and put in all of this ability. I know that you get new characters, it's nice, it's shiny, you want them to be strong and powerful and all of this stuff, but honestly, if you just have a little patience, I promise it'll work out in the end and be so much easier when you're trying to do some of these game modes. And as far as for today's video, what we're going to talk about today is going to be the red alerts. I know there are still a ton of things, especially if you are new and watching this. There are certainly a ton of things that you still do not know, but I promise we will get to those. It's not really as important to know, for example, all of the different stats on characters, you know, all of the different stats that are on the heroes, what buffs and debuffs are and all of that stuff. Even though that is important, it's not really that important right now. It's not really important to know what that stuff is at low level. Today, though, I want to get into red alerts, because before you increase your level too high, before you make the mistake of increasing a certain hero to a certain level and it kind of messes up your entire roster, messes up your entire red alert strategy, I wanted to use episode 3 to get into red alerts before we even have to worry about any of that stuff. And as looking at my roster, I started the game 2 days ago, right, from episode 1, and only at level 15. I'm level 26 right now. My characters are still only level 15. Day 1 red alert, cleared it, no problem, easy peasy, only 4 characters, nobody died. Day 2 red alerts, cleared it, easy peasy, all 12 of them, no character died. There's a strategy behind red alerts, and that's what I want to go over today, and that's why I want to talk about why you need to chill out on upgrading your characters too high, and why you just need to have a little patience in that regards, just so you don't make the mistake of increasing one too high and making red alerts too difficult to do. Now, in the same sense, I do understand why upgrading characters, and I know why upgrading characters is important, and you do want to do it because obviously the higher the character, the more powerful the character, the further you can get in the campaign, the more campaign nodes you can get done, the better you can do at PvP, upgrade challenges, all of that stuff. And yes, that is correct. You're right. But I want to mind you that what you're going to get by upgrading one character or 2 characters to your max level or to your profile level is not going to outweigh what you would get by not doing that right now. And so that's why I said, you know, just hold off and at least listen to what I'm saying. Now, obviously, you don't have to do this and you don't have to follow these rules, but it's just easier to do the thing to do red alerts, which is the easiest way to get character fragments. Now, at level 15, as you see, I completed the entire heroic chapter 2, which is more than enough characters to farm for right now, including one of the most important characters in the game, which is Lex Luthor. Now, you can make it this far by only being level 15. 3-starred that node and able to farm Lex Luthor. Lex Luthor, now when we get to discussing what characters use to farm, I'm just going to tell you right now, Lex Luthor is going to be your number 1. You're going to want to farm this guy every single day, first thing off, right away. And since we made it all the way through chapter 2, I think that's as far as we really need to worry about right now. And we're still only level 15 on our heroes. So somewhat of a long-winded intro, but we are here. We are in red alerts, and we're going to get more in depth of how to play these. But first, let me, I guess, actually explain why you don't want to level up your characters too fast. Now, the reason that is, especially when it comes to red alerts, like I said, this is going to be one of your main sources to farm fragments the easiest. It is really easy if you set up a team to be able to get this done once, even twice if you have the time. But red alerts, you have 12 threats that you have to clear in order to get all of the fragments. And your opponents that you're going to face, their power level is going to be based on your highest character. And since if you die in this game mode, you can no longer use that character, right? And so if you have one character, like right now, my highest character is Flash. He is 1,221. Let's say that I wanted to upgrade Flash. All of these characters are level 15. If I wanted to upgrade Flash to my current level, which is now level 29, if I just upgraded Flash to level 29, he would be a lot better. He'd be a lot stronger. Maybe 2,000 power or something like that. And that's cool. That's great. But then all of the red alerts and all the opponents you face are going to be based off of Flash's power. And so you're going to be put in a situation where the rest of your roster is not going to be strong at all. If you for some reason die and you lose one of your characters, you're not going to have a level 29 character to slide in the slot to replace them in order to face all of these red alerts. So that's kind of the idea, and kind of why you want to have a wide range, not be in a rush to level up your characters so fast, because if you level them up, you're going to be stuck in a difficult spot when it comes to red alerts, and you're going to get minimal benefit from actually leveling up your characters that fast until you get all these fragments. Now, when it comes to the battles themselves, you can pick any of the 12. You can scroll through this list and you will see that each of these are going to have a different set of opponents. Now, it does not matter which one of these that you want to select, and some of them are going to have bonuses. I wouldn't necessarily worry about who gives the bonuses, like which of the threats give you the bonus. I would more focus on the affinities of your opponents and then the affinities of the characters that you're bringing into the battle. And so we have a bunch of different ones. That one's the same actually as the very first one, all 4 red. Personally, for me, I like these the best because in the beginning, you have a lot of green characters. You start with Green Lantern, you start with Sinestro, you start with Flash. If you can start these red alerts facing red physical affinities, because green goes well against red, they do more damage against red, has higher defense against red, and red does not do good against green. And so when they hit you, you're going to get less damage and all of that stuff. So you want to find each time you go into these red alerts, based on whatever roster you have, you want to find the optimal setup for your roster and then kind of pick the characters that work best. Now, some of these characters are upgraded a little bit from the very first time, but like I said in part 1 and part 2, I cleared both of them on the very first day just with the base level 1 character, 1-star, level 15, using Flash, Green Lantern, Sinestro, and Zatanna. So not everybody is going to have Power Girl. Definitely not everybody is going to have Owlman. We have Stripe in there as well, even though I haven't leveled up Stripe yet. But not everybody are going to have those characters. So I'm just going to stick with the basic characters that you get at the start. And that way you can see that, you know, just putting them at a standard level, like level 15. It could be level 20 if you want. But I would not, you don't need to do it that high, right? You don't need to be level 20. I've already cleared 3 boards in PvP with still level 15 characters. I've already done red alerts twice now, completed them all with level 15 characters. So normally for me, for example, what I would do in this particular case, when you have all 4 red, I would take in 4 green. I would just switch out Zatanna and put in Power Girl instead. But since Power Girl wasn't an option in the beginning, we're going to do a different one. We're going to switch to a different one. And so let's do one, let's do this one right here, because that way they only have 1 red. One of the things, like I said, you got to think about is, what are the affinities that you're playing against? And in this particular case, we got Wonder Woman, which is blue. Blue goes well against green, but Wonder Woman does not attack a lot. She's has like passive abilities and stuff. She has debuff clears and things like that. So we're not necessarily worried about attacks. Batman will be attacking, but he also has a passive ability where he goes invisible. Now, learning these things is going to take some time. I know that. But the only characters that we really have to worry about, Green Lantern also has a passive ability. But Hawk Girl, she stuns and she is going to be hitting a lot. And so if I was to bring a red character, I would worry about Hawk Girl, but I'm not. I'm only going to bring in a blue, and green does not go into blue. Blue goes into green. So that's why we're going to take Zatanna, not have to worry about it. and use the 4 characters that you do start the game with, and you can see why these characters are good when you're using them in battle. So let's start with Flash. Flash is going to go first on my team, and again, if you don't remember from the previous videos, if you want to see what the abilities do, just hold it down and you can see, you know, what they do. Gain 1 speed up, 40% chance to purge 2 debuffs from Flash. And so out of these 4 characters, who do I want to kill first? I want to kill Hawk Girl first because she is going to be the one to stun. So I'm just going to basic attack Hawk Girl. And now we got Green Lantern. Now normally you would not be, you wouldn't have his third ability right here, this Hammer Time. But since the last video I did upgrade by farming him in the campaign, I was able to upgrade him to 2 stars. So that's how I unlocked his third ability. But I'm going to do his second ability, which applies shield for myself and then gives everybody else just a tiny bit of shield. Okay, now we got Sinestro. Sinestro is going to apply his AoE across the team. We still want to try to kill Hawk Girl. And so same with Zatanna. Zatanna also I got to 2 stars by farming her. I didn't upgrade her level. I just increased her stars so I could get a second ability. Now this ability purges 4 buffs from the attacker. So or from the target. So I'm going to hit her. And now I'm going to try to kill Hawk Girl again. Now she just applied a stun to Sinestro. Unfortunately, Hawk Girl is the stun. And we got Hammer Time right here. 80% chance to apply stun if Green Lantern is shielded. Now, these are the things that you're going to learn along the way. But since we did our first ability as a shield, we now can do Hammer Time on Hawk Girl, which is what I want to do. Because I don't want her to attack again. I don't want her to stun again. And we're just trying to get rid of Hawk Girl. And that's 80% chance. It did work. And so we're going to try to finish her off here. All right. So 1 down. So now Batman. We don't want any more Batman. Since he is a red character, green goes really good into red. We can get rid of him pretty easily. And now we're going to heal up a little bit. One of the reasons why I like Zatanna is that she, at least in the beginning, is the only character you're going to have that's going to be able to heal the entire team. Not just apply overshield, but to heal the entire team. So you definitely want that. And now one of the abilities, I guess somewhat of a passive ability on Green Lantern for his attack with his basic, which another reason why I like Green Lantern, is that light damage to an enemy. Apply 16% shield to a random teammate. So every time Green Lantern does his basic attack, he's applying shield to a random teammate. That's one of the 3, not himself, but one of the 3. So his 2 will apply a pretty hefty shield to himself, and then his 1 applies shield to everybody. And then Zatanna can heal everybody. These types of game modes, or this particular game mode, is all about your sustain. All about you keeping your health, you keeping and staying alive. So now we got Batman done. And now we're just going to take on Green Lantern. We want to apply shield to everybody. Let's use our speed on Flash. They're trying to take out Sinestro though. We probably should have went after Wonder Woman just because she is a blue and she goes really good into greens. So she'll do a little more damage against Sinestro since he is getting kind of low. But let's hope that, and he does. He got the shield that time, which was nice. I think next round Zatanna is going to be able to heal up a little bit. So let's heal him. And now we're going to try to apply the stun because we don't want Wonder Woman to attack. So we got the stun there. Use a quick speed up. And now each time we attack that little down arrow into the blue, that is going to mean that all the greens don't go very well into blue. So it's going to take a little longer to kill her. A couple extra attacks. And that time it gave it to Sinestro again. So that's nice. That extra shield, that extra 16% shield, every time Green Lantern does his basic attack is going to come in clutch. Give another shield, and that time it went to Zatanna. So there, we finished close with full health, and we have most of the characters have a little bit of shield. We got 2,000 essence. All right, moving on to the second round, and like I said before, everything you do in previous rounds transfers over to the next round. So all characters that die are going to stay dead. All characters that have whatever health they had when they finished the last round, that's how much is going to be in the, in this next round. We had shield on every character. We had close to full health on every single character. And so that's what it's going to be now. And so now we're going to have close to the same. And I'm going to use this same 4. And hopefully we, do well. They're now, again, from day 1, I started it. They were 1 star, maybe 1,000 power or so. And it was really easy because they were all 1 star. And now that I'm upgrading stars and characters, the red alerts are also upgrading stars and characters. It goes with your roster and your powerful toons that are on your roster. So again, that's why I say don't level up your characters too high, especially if it's only 1 or 2 of them, because you're going to be hurting. In this particular case, is it going to be bad if we lose a toon here? Yeah, it might be a little bad, but at least we have characters that we can fill in and slide right in that can still do well all the way in other red alerts because they are the same level, if that makes sense. So now we have Black Canary, we have Hawk Girl, we have Huntress, and they also have their own Zatanna. So with these, again, you got to think about team comp here. What are these attacks going to do? We learned from the last round. Hawk Girl is going to stun. Maybe. Sometimes. She doesn't always stun, but sometimes she's stunned. Black Canary and Huntress have evades. So sometimes they're a little difficult to kill. We don't want any particular character to die. So reds go well against blues. And so we got to kind of be scary about Black Canary and Huntress, because both of them can hit hard. We don't want them to kill Zatanna. But then again, we don't want Zatanna to kill one of our greens. She might have her 3rd ability unlocked on her, and that is a larger attack, a heavy attack. So I think we need to look towards, I'm thinking Huntress. Let's go Huntress. So Black Canary, this is interesting. So Black Canary right now has just 2 stars, which is her 3rd ability. And this particular ability puts hit chance downs on the target. Now, hit chance down, I guess that's another thing we can look at. If you want to see what current debuffs are on the target, debuffs are going to be those red little squares. All you got to do is go to the target and hold it down, and it tells you what buffs and debuffs are on the target. So this particular case, we have hit chance downs for 2 turns. I know that Black Canary does that, but I forgot that since she was 2 stars, it unlocked. I was just thinking for whatever reason, it was already just still on 1 star. So sometimes we might not hit our target. So you got to always be wary about what exactly they're going to do. She healed up. We don't need to apply the heal just yet. We're still going to try to attack Huntress. Let's try to clear these debuffs. Apply the shield. Now they got extra Hawk Girl applied, what was it, crit immunity, I think? Yeah, crit immunity, and Huntress has evasion ups. They got lots of buffs, but we're still going to try to attack. Big hit right there. But let's clear, I'm going to try to clear those debuffs, or those buffs on Huntress so we can kill her real quick. There we go. Now that we got one of them out of the way, got Huntress out of the way, I think Black Canary is probably the next biggest threat because she's red. She does hit hard. And I don't want her to kill Zatanna. I am not necessarily worried about Zatanna dying because she does have a heal and they're not going to be able to kill her fast enough. So let's try to clear debuffs. Flashes 2 does clear debuffs. Sometimes. It's like a 20% chance or 60% chance or something like that. That time it didn't work though. Now let's heal this time. Still going after Black Canary. Now, here we can do one of two things. Since we do have a shield, we can use the hammer time, which will apply stun. So that's what we're going to do since we have shield. It is just 80%, so definitely be wary of that. It might not happen sometimes. So now we got Flash. I want to kill Black Canary, so I'm just going to go after her. That didn't do it. So let's put some shield on. There we go. Flash got rid of him. Now, Green Lantern now has double stun, which is unfortunate, but that's okay. Let's try to go after Hot Girl. We want to get rid of the stuns. Zatanna should have the heal coming up, which we did. We'll get another heal before this round is up from Zatanna. So we should be able to top off. Green Lantern should apply some shield to random people. That time to Zatanna. Now let's apply the heal. Kill Hot Girl real quick. Get more shield from Green Lantern. His basic attacks do give the shield like we learned last time. And then it's just pretty much just killing the last character, which shouldn't be too bad. We're going to heal up, get some extra shield. Anytime you get low, you want to apply shield. Now, Green Lantern's abilities, his second ability and his first ability applies shield, does not heal. So the green is health, the blue is shield. And so if your character has low health and has high shield, it's gonna attack the shield and knock off the shield first until it gets to the health, and then it'll start hitting the health. But Zatanna is the only one on our team that can heal health, and Green Lantern's the only one that can apply shield. And we're not going to go through every single one of these, but I certainly wanted you to get the basic idea. It would certainly be a really long video if we went through every one of them, but you know, keep in mind that you can pick and choose your battles. You don't have to go in order. Like, for example, this next battle, well, it has a green, it has Cheetah, it has Lex Luthor, it has Bane. Once you start learning these characters' abilities, like the things that they can do at what particular star, what abilities they have, it makes it a little bit easier so you know what to avoid. But at least in the start, what I want you to focus on is to be sure that you don't pick an affinity going into a bad matchup. Like this red one right here. This is 4 reds. If you had a team of all blue, you're pretty much done. Okay, it's gonna be really tough for you to come out on top regardless of the power level if you're facing all, or if you bring in a team of all blues, because red goes really good into blue, blue does not go good into red. So in this particular case, like when I'm scrolling through these, you know, I'm looking for the best matchup that I could have. And once you actually, and I don't know if y'all notice this when you've done them, but once you beat a matchup, sometimes the matchups change, like the characters change. Like right now we have 2 in a row right here that are both the exact same. Now I'm going to do one of them, and when I get done with it, it might not be the same the next time. Like it might change the opponent, and that does happen in here. I don't know why, if it's supposed to do that or if whatever, but it's always done that as far as I know. And you also don't have to pick the same exact characters every single time. Now right now I have the 3 greens in there, but I do have a bonus for the affinity hero for energy, which is the green, and it just so happens that in this matchup it goes really good in the red. So it'd kind of be foolish if you didn't want to switch out your blue. and put in a red or an extra green if you have an extra green. I mean, you might not, and you will get characters along the way, but that is another reason why you want to have a wide range of, a wide roster, so you can pick and choose the characters you want and still be able to have the flexibility to be able to go into these matchups and do perfectly fine. So since Zatanna was a blue, they were all red. We just switched her out, just threw in some greens, and even though that probably most of you don't have Power Girl, since Power Girl was in the red alert 2 days ago, maybe you do. But yeah, we're gonna do it with all greens this time. So now we got Power Girl. I really like Power Girl, man. Look at that already. We already got Harley Quinn close to half health already, and that's because she's green. Right, she's green, and so all of my green characters are going to hit a little harder against red. She does have evasion up, and she does have taunt. And if you're curious what these buffs are, like buffs are green, like little green icons when they're on a character. Debuffs are red. Just go to the character, hold your finger down on top of it. It tells you what the buffs and debuffs are. She has evasion up, means she can dodge. Sometimes you won't hit her. She also has taunt for 3 turns. Well, she's getting ready to be dead, so it ain't gonna matter. As long as we hit her, but we just missed. But there we go. Power Girl takes care of her. And after clearing up 4 threats, we get our first round or first set of character fragments. It is only 5, so once you clear 4 threats, you do only get 5 fragments, and this does rotate every single day. There are only certain characters that are in red alerts, though. It's not every single character that's in the game can be in red alerts. It's only a specific set, and there is a list. Think I know where it is, and I'll definitely show you in one of the future videos of where it is. I think I know where I can find it, but yeah. We got 5 fragments of Grundy, which is cool. And then we're going to get to 8 threats cleared. We're going to get 12 fragments then. And then we're going to go all the way, complete all 12 threats, and get 25. All right, we're on the very last threat. And I think for the last one, we're going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to show you, hopefully, what it's like when you lose characters. So I'm going to put in my worst characters. I'm going to put it on auto, and I'm just going to hope that they lose, and maybe we can see, or maybe then you can see what it actually looked like. I mean, it's not going to look much different. The only difference is when you go back into the red alert, they're just not going to be available for you to select. Like, let's say I put in all 4 of these characters, and they do not complete the threat, they do not finish it, and they all die. Then the health of the team that you just faced, they'll stay exactly the same, whatever they were at, and they and then you just bring in another team. If you have still characters that are alive and available, then you just bring them in. So we're gonna use, yeah, let's just use team full of reds. Here we go. Now, you see the level 38, 57. These are my lowest character. I have nothing done on Stripe. I haven't. He's level 1, so I'm pretty sure that I'll probably lose. I hope. Just so you can see what it looks like when you do lose, and we could just switch it up and put in our A team. Let's just put it on auto real quick. We'll see if they can at least do something. I do really like Owlman though. Owlman's a lot of fun. I just need to level him up a little bit more. Hey, look at that. Stripe did. He's level 1 and put in some work. Okay. I do want him to die, though. I mean, I didn't really expect him to win. I don't think they're going to, though. I think they're going to die. They just got to get it rolling by knocking one of them out. Okay, they should attack Green Lantern or Green Arrow and Owlman. Okay, Batman's about dead. Green Arrow's about dead. And Owlman. There goes Owlman. Okay, can we get rid of Batman? There goes Batman. Okay, stun on Stripes. We got Green Arrow. Still trying to put in work, though. Batman is almost dead. I haven't got the chance to use Stripe yet, which I'm going to. I'm certainly going to. One last kill. Ah, that is it. Okay, so yeah, we put in a team. We couldn't beat it. That was the lowest team. But just so you could see what it looks like if you end up in this situation and why you're going to want to have a wide range on your roster that you can fill in. Well, it picked up exactly where it left off. You see that there's no Wonder Woman. And the health of the opponent is going to be exactly where it was before. Batman's about dead. Hawk Girl and Green Lantern are still going to have full health. So there's little red boxes around him. Means he can't use them anymore. So then we just switch him back out. So I'm going to put Siren. I got her yesterday from the Red Alert, which is cool. I can't even remember who the Red Alert was. I know we started the video, but I did that part of the video way earlier. I can't remember who it was. So we're gonna put in her. We're gonna put in Green Lantern, and we're gonna put in Flash. Yeah, we got a bunch of greens. We got a red. We should be perfectly fine. Should be no problem. Batman's about dead. He's the only one that's a threat to kill Siren, and Siren's a lot of fun. I really like playing with her. And all of their abilities are exactly where they left off. So if, if they didn't have their 2 up or their 3 up or something like that, then they're not going to have it up when the match starts. So Supergirl or Power, God, I always call her Supergirl, dude. I don't know why. But Power Girl has a bunch of shields. So we're going to apply taunt on her. Let's try to get rid of Batman first. Wow. There goes Batman, and then Siren. She is fun. Okay, it's kind of lagging a little bit. This is an older phone, though. I did get this phone from somebody, and so it is pretty old. It's only an iPhone 6. So my other one that I use the iPhone 11, and I had to get a new device because I needed a new account. So the only way to get a new account, I had to get some new device. And so it had to be, the only thing I had the option for is to get an old iPhone 6. So that's what I did. Still works okay. I mean, the picture still looks good. It does get kind of laggy at times. Siren, applying them bleeds here. Let's just put it on auto for the rest of it because we're definitely healthy. But point being is that, yeah, red alerts are not hard. They're not. As long as you prepare for them properly, as long as you set up your roster properly, you can make them extremely difficult on yourself by upgrading characters on your roster too high. If you upgrade them too high, Killer Frost. Ooh, I really like her too. Yeah, so we got 25 fragments for her. Another really good character. Another green too. Another green. We're full of greens. We got I think five greens now that are going to be at 2 stars. But second thing with these red alerts. Let's say that there was a character that was at the 25, like Killer Frost, that I really want. I really, really want to get her again, right? And if you look at the well, I guess I can't look at the rewards. But this is the first thing that I can truly recommend spending gems on. 300 gems will reset the entire thing over. So if I click reset now, I can spend 300 gems and have the opportunity to get more gems back. And you do get gems for completing the threats. And then getting 25 more frost. So I refresh it. All the ones pop up again, and then we just start the process over. And you could go as far as you want. We got the same ones. We got Grundy there, and these aren't going to refresh till tomorrow. We had Deadshot there at the 12 mark, and then the same one at the end for the 25 Killer Frost. So we'll be able to get Killer Frost to level 2. So after you reset it again, it's going to cost 600, and then when you do it multiple times, it's going to cost more and more. I personally would only do it once. If you want to do it twice to get another 25, like if you did this 3 times, so for 900 total gems, you can get 75 total fragments, which is certainly better spent than in the store or buying them straight up from the store. So now let's unlock our fancy new character, our new hero that we got by completing today's Killer Frost. I have a bad reputation, but you'll eventually warm up to me. I'm already warm to you. Girl, look at you, man. You looking good. Caitlin Snow. Amazing. Really cool. But anyways, guys, oh yeah, let's rank her up. We can rank her up to rank 2. That is one of the objectives. So at least in the beginning, you might not have a whole lot of fragments to upgrade your character to the next level. So I would recommend always having a character that you can increase the star. Like here, I got Green Arrow. I'm actually saving Green Arrow for tomorrow because I know in tomorrow's objectives, I'm going to have to upgrade the star of a character because that's part of your mission. And so I'm saving Green Arrow for tomorrow and I'm not going to upgrade them. But anyways, guys, that's going to do it for Red Alerts. Hopefully this tutorial helped you. Red Alerts are super easy. They are. As long as you set up your roster properly. As long as you don't get crazy with upgrading them, upgrading the abilities, upgrading the level, and doing all that stuff. If you just keep it small, keep it minimum, you don't have to be a high level. You don't have to be a high level yet. Focus on getting fragments. In the beginning of the game, I wouldn't focus on, oh, I can't get to a certain level on PvP, or I'm having trouble, you know, after I clear so many boards in PvP, or I can't get the next node done of the upgrade challenges, so I need to increase my characters. Yeah, increasing your characters will help with those sort of things, but it's so much easier and easier on you to get fragments this way in these types of events, and doing this thing multiple times with a low level, wide range roster, and just get these done. But yeah, that's gonna do it. I know this probably ran on for a long time like all the other tutorial videos, but hopefully this helped. We will again get into other things, so if you have other things that you want to talk about, you know, put them in the description, and we will get there eventually. I have a lot of ideas of tutorials that I want to cover. Tomorrow, or the next video, episode 4, don't know what I'm gonna do yet. Actually, I do have a couple options. Maybe go over the character. I think probably either stats and buffs, and or maybe the arena or something. I don't know. If you have any suggestions, let me know in the comments. But hopefully you did enjoy. Hit the thumbs up. My Twitch, my Twitter, my other YouTube page is all in the description. Feel free to check that out. And past episodes or future episodes when I get those done as well. Anyways, guys, hopefully y'all enjoyed DC Legends. I'm certainly having a blast doing this again. I'll see y'all next time. I'm out. Peace.